So I will introduce myself very quickly, and like I said, we'll jump right in. So I'm Kim Cerwillo. I am an assistant director for the UVM Alumni Association. My subtitle is Alumni House and Constituent Programs. So what that means is I oversee and manage in partnership with other departments at the university career services and career programs. I'm a UVM graduate myself. I graduated in 2018 with a social work degree, so it's really great to be working for the university post-grad. So today you are here for a UVM Connect training. I do have a PowerPoint set up for folks that we'll walk through, so I'm going to share that quickly with you all. All right, can folks see this okay?
Yep.
Great. So for today's agenda, we'll go over why UVM Connect, why we created the platform, the need for it, how to log into the platform, exploring the main pages of the site, and we'll end with some questions and goals. So you can hold on to those until the end, and then we'll go over them. So the UVM need. So there are a lot of social media platforms and networking platforms out there that I'm sure we are all aware of. We wanted to create something very specific to the UVM community and celebrate the alumni community. We have this great group of alumni who are wanting and willing to help and support our students, and I think our students are wanting to look and need that outside resource as well. So we really wanted to create something personalized for this community that we have. So a tool that leverages social media through the lens of a common connection, that's UVM, a tool that provides value to participants with exclusive information, access, and goodwill, a tool that builds and celebrates the UVM alumni network, and a tool that propels career engagement among the alumni community and provides access to advanced career placement and exploration of UVM students. So our solution was UVM Connect. Over here on the right, you'll just see some main points of the site that it provides, or the platform, excuse me. Explore career paths to learn more about other folks' unique journeys, find opportunities to work with other catamounts, get experiencing networking and building connections, and staying in connection with those UVM contacts. So something we really pride ourselves in identifying separately from other UVM, or not UVM, excuse me, other networking platforms rather, is that we are mentoring specific platform. So when you created a profile, I'm sure, or when you do, if you haven't already, you will be asked, given all these prompts of how you would like to offer help or how you are seeking help, offering mentorship or seeking mentorship. So within our platform, we have an algorithm that best matches our students, which are our mentees or young alum who are just starting their career paths, to our alum who are our mentors. So we've really personalized it to best utilize resources for our students. And again, just versus you already have that basis of being a UVM community member versus other networking platforms where it's just endless amounts of individuals to be searching for and connecting with. So these are some quick statistics of the platform. We currently have a little over 8,700 users. We have a goal of getting to 10,000 users by the end of the fiscal year, which I think we are on track for. You can see up here the different affiliations. So this is the number of alumni we have on the platform versus the number of students. And I thought this map was just a great visual for where our folks are on the platform, which is all over. So these are statistics for our mentoring and who is willing to help. Right now, we have over 7,000 who have identified to be mentors and willing to help. That's 70% of our users, so that's great. 77, excuse me. So a quick tour before you log in. So So our site is uvmconnect.org if folks do not have a profile. There are various different ways to log in, and I can provide some recommendations that we have. So you can sign in via LinkedIn, Google, and Facebook. What's great about doing this is that all that information will get transferred over to your UVM Connect profile. However, after the fact, if you update anything on LinkedIn or update anything on UVM Connect, it won't transfer. So you'll have to update on both platforms. Or you can sign in with whatever email or password you use. If you are UVM affiliated, such as being a student, we do recommend not using your UVM email just because it will expire a year after graduation. So it's okay if you do, but just keeping that in mind that it may be best to use a personal one. And then waiting for approval. So once you've created a profile, you'll be put into what I like to call a waiting room. And so part of my role and my job is to approve our users every day. And this is just a checkpoint so that we are making sure that we're keeping UVM Connect strictly UVM affiliated. So there is an app for that. This app works just the same as the web browser version, which folks really appreciate. You can also register using the app. For iOS users, you have to download the Graduate community app. Graduate is a third-party company that helps run UVM Connect platform. And then within that app, just search the University of Vermont. And then for Android users, you just have to search the UVM Connect app. So I'm going to exit out of the PowerPoint so we can explore the main pages of the site in a more live version. So what I'm going to do is share my UVM Connect profile and walk through it a little bit with folks. So this is the main landing page of UVM Connect, similar to other social media platforms rather, like Facebook, Instagram. It has a main feed page. So this is the main feed page where anything you post on here, the entire UVM Connect community can see it. So you can post, what you may be searching for in a mentor, articles, useful information. Like today, we posted how to add your business to the business directory, which we'll talk about in a bit. So just a reminder, friendly reminder that again, when you post on the general feed, everyone can see it. Over here, we have resource tabs, just really quick resource tabs, new members that were added, Give to UVM, FAQs. I won't go through all of them, but we've attached our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube page as well. So something to explore when you have your profile set up. So I'm going to go into the mentoring because that will lead into the directory a little bit. So this is again the kind of main purpose of the site is that it's a mentoring specific platform. I have mine in a view of what it would look like if I were a mentee or a student or a young alum, and that I've selected that I'm seeking help or seeking mentorship. So right here, I have my suggested mentors. Again, that's the algorithm of the close to perfect match that I can get. It also shows mentors in my area. If I click the little person icon, it'll show all the different folks that are in your area. This will be really great for students right now who are about to head home for the extended winter break. If home is not Burlington, Vermont, or the Vermont area, they can, spend some time networking and see who's in their area. And then if you want to search again for a mentor or mentee, if you have put down that you're offering help or offering mentorship, you won't see this algorithm or suggested matches because this is with being a mentorship specific platform. There's an idea that we're hoping that the mentees will be reaching out to the mentors and not vice versa. But still, alas, you can search for folks if you want to, find your own mentor, find your own mentee. And this is where you can really get down to the nitty-gritty with different filters, affiliation, location. You can go down work experience, company, industry, their background at UVM, major, graduation year, so on and so forth. So again, we're just really providing all the different options so that we are best suiting our mentors to mentees and mentees to mentors and vice versa. Anything with the green tag willing to help just flags that these are our mentors, which again can just be a helpful identifier for our mentees. And up here, you can just do a general search as well. So going back to the Find a Mentor page or a mentoring page, mentoring relationships. So I have my colleague Jess here as an example. So I'll go back for a second to find a mentor just to show you a little bit of the process. So I'm going to choose Chris here. I'm going to go to his page and I can request help, or I can request him as a mentor. So when I hit these buttons, he will get sent an email and he can either decline or accept. So Jess, for example, accepted my mentorship offer, which is why she's showing up on my current mentors. So from here, you can go back and forth with messaging. We have what's called a blind messaging system. So within UVM Connect, it is pre-populated all of our UVM Connect affiliates based off of their UVM IDs. And with that information as well, depending on what email you sign up on, is where that email will go. So I'll message Jess, it will get sent to her email, but I won't know what her email is, and that's just due for privacy and safety precautions, and that we want to allow our users to give out their personal information if they would like. So we can go back and forth in that messaging. I can also schedule a chat with her. Not in person anymore, but we can do it through Google Hangout, through Skype, through phone. This is all embedded into the UVM Connect platform, the Skype, Facebook Messenger as well. What do you want to talk about? Write a little message, send an invitation, and put the time and date. What's brand new as of only a couple hours ago is that UVM Connect has actually embedded their own video chat if someone does not have one of these three options, Google, Skype, or Messenger. So that's really, really great and will be a really great tool moving forward. And then just settings quickly. Again, like I said, I've set everything up to be seeking help so you can get an idea of what our mentees are looking at. But over here, you can change it and just click and add however you wish, and then update mentorship settings. So now I'll move on to our jobs board just quickly. We're hoping to amplify this a little bit more. We don't have all of the UVM jobs that are on their HR website. We really want to promote this space for our alumni who may have businesses themselves or work with businesses that offer job shadows, internship, micro internship. And especially again, right now in a virtual setting, we're really wanting to amplify this as a resource for students who may be looking for those opportunities and might not know what's out there just given the environment right now. Now I'll move on to our UVM Connect groups. So these are all UVM affiliate groups. Folks who are on the platform already may be a part of some of these groups. Some of them are private groups, some of them are public. You'll know once you try to click into one if you have to request to be in one. But this is the one that I've just created for a career committee that I oversee. I'll jump into it to show you what it looks like a little bit. So each group has their own feed. So this can be a really great resource for information as well. And just if you have a smaller distinct group, getting specific information for that group across. You can see the members in the group. You can add events to the group. And when I say add events, it doesn't have to be an event that you're running. You could post an event that you might find may be beneficial for folks in the group and just link the URL. It could be a webinar, now with the virtual setting. Like this event itself, we posted and could post in other groups specifically, like the Next Gen group. Woo. Yeah. And again, too, it could also be a really great way to reach out to students if you're, or young alum or whomever you're trying to reach out to. If you want to reach out to someone specifically in the LGBTQA group, then you can click on members, you know, affiliate. You could really utilize this space to amplify and reach out and connect with others. So this is another great way aside from the mentorship page and directory. The events board, again, I explained this a little bit, but this could also be a great place to just look. It's always getting updated with different events. They're not always UVM affiliated. Some are not. Anyone can post an event. But yeah, we have like all the athletic events that are happening, webinars, today's training. So definitely a great place to look for resources. If you're wanting to even participate too, there could be opportunities in here as well. And then our newly added baby to this platform is our business directory. So we launched this not too long ago. This is a free marketing space for our alumni who either own businesses or work for a business that they want to promote. Today we sent out what is called a UVM Connect newsletter. You may have seen those emails. We send one out each month with different content. This month was promoting the business directory for the holiday season, a way to give back, a way to support local and alumni businesses. So as of 8 o'clock today, when it was pushed out, we have already gained 15 new businesses on this page. So it's really, really great space. And also within, you know, the alumni businesses, if I click on a business, if I'm a student or whomever interested in the business, I can actually direct message the person who put it up as well. So again, just all these really great ways to stay connected with one another and alumni. And then lastly, super quickly, is our resource page. We have the UVM Connect training on here, other, you know, internship info, other stuff can be added if suggested, but super, super easy to find and quick. So I'm going to exit out now. That is it for walking through the site. Now could be time for questions, and then Jess, I know we talked about goals a little bit that this group may want to talk about. So did anyone have any questions or want to discuss anything further?
And I know we've got a lot of next gen folks in here, and also welcome Kathy, Vice President of the Alumni Association Board of Directors. I would definitely love, because I know the next gen folks in here have a couple mentorship pieces for their volunteer roles. I would love, I don't know, Kim, if you could actually like walk through an example of how you know, alum could find a student that could benefit from you know, their career experience. Like maybe we pick, I don't know, maybe we pick like finance, like that we have a finance alum that can offer finance experience. How would they find a student exactly?
Sure. So let's choose student affiliate. Let's say you wanted to do it based off of a specific, I know you said finance, but let's pretend I was an accounting major at UVM and I want to find accounting students. Okay, so I have 22 thus far. That's a pretty big number. Maybe I want someone who is no, that's not what I want, graduation. What year is it? 2012. Well, I guess they would be a student. So let's do 2020. This 21. Sure. There we go. So a current student in this class. So that would be a junior, I guess. So that brings it down a little bit to 12. We can go even further. So let's see, the getting involved, the seeking help. I want someone who, let's see, interested in networking, And then for mentoring, they want to meet in person and discuss my industry. Okay, so that brought it down to 11. So that's still a pretty good pool. I mean, from here, you know, you can go in and view folks' profiles. Every profile is different. They may have a little blurb about themselves. This doesn't have that particularly, but career interest group as well, business and entrepreneurship. Again, just lots of ways you can really break down searching for a student. There is too in the background on admin. I'm not going to show you that personally, but if folks are really struggling to find or reach out to mentorship, and that could be because no one's responding or they're just not finding what they're looking for, myself on the back end can actually plug in like your specific wants and needs and find you a best match. So based on that algorithm. Again, so it looks pretty similar to that percentage that you see as a mentee on the Find the Mentor, but it doesn't show up for you on the user, but it shows up for me as admin. So that's also part of my role, is playing, you know, the UVM Connect resource and liaison if you ever have any questions or want to reach out or need clarifications.
Okay. So there's plenty of ways to find either a student or a recent grad that has similar, you know, career interest or UVM experience, you know, that has either graduated from the same college or the same major, finding someone that would be best suited for you. But if, you know, potentially you can't find someone that is that great fit, you know, Kim and the Alumni Association could potentially help you out further to find that good fit.
Yeah, find that good fit, absolutely. And when we do trainings with student groups, you know, we express to them and really emphasize how much that our mentors on this platform are willing to help, and that it shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't be this scary thing for them to reach out. Like, they're really there to want to help, and that's why they come to this platform, and that's why they create a profile, is because they really do want to volunteer and give back and give support. So we have really, really great folks on here, and we really can't stress that enough to our students that are currently on the platform. So we definitely, there is some work there with bridging that gap that we have right now with the massive number of alumni we have on the platform versus, you know, a lower number of students. So we're really working on engagement opportunities to be able to have our alumni also feel fulfilled and mentors feel fulfilled on this platform as well.
Thanks. Can I butt in here for a minute, Kim?
Yeah.
I was just going to say that the more students we can get on, the better. And then when they become alumni, they can also offer help. But I've also encouraged people, especially the new graduates, if they're moving to a new geographical area, say they're moving from Burlington, Vermont to Seattle, Washington, you can also go in the directory, look up Seattle and find someone in that area. If you're not familiar with what neighborhood might be the best to live in, and then by doing that and getting their 2 cents on the living situation, you develop a relationship there as well. So
absolutely.
I do have one question for you. When you type something on the main feed, you said that everyone sees it. What about when you type in the group feed?
Yes, so just group members will see it in the group feed. Mine might look a little bit different just because I'm an administrator of UVM Connect, so everything shows up on my feed. Like if someone posts in a group, I'll see it on my general feed because I can see everything. But yes, from a user standpoint, only members in that group can see what's on that feed.
Okay. And then another question, I know when we first started UVM Connect, and I'm not even quite sure the feature's still on there, you could follow someone. Is that still a feature or no?
I don't believe so, and I'm not sure. I mean, we might have
gotten rid of it when we did the last upgrade, because I really wasn't quite sure what the reason of that was, because it's not like Instagram when you follow someone. I don't know if it meant if I posted something, everyone that followed me would see it, but everyone should see it anyway if they're seeing on the main page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I want to confidently say that feature is gone because I haven't
Okay.
seen it since coming onto this role. Yeah, Sarah's confirming that the follow feature has been deleted.
Great.
And yeah, I mean, that also attests to, why and how why folks should still continue to be engaged, and how we work to continue to want folks to be engaged, is that we're always looking for, the best platform ideas and opportunities and applications, such as the business directory, that when that was introduced, just like really, really helped the support on the platform and have users continue to be engaged. We're always looking for those new ideas and new features, and also what doesn't work, like following maybe.
Right. Well, I encourage everyone on the call tonight to reach out to 5 of your UVM alumni friends and ask them if they are on UVM Connect, and if they aren't, try to get them to sign up, because the more people we have on this platform, the better it is for everyone, alumni and students. So
Yes. And
thank you for
Kathy,
doing this.
yeah, you're welcome. Kathy, you bring up a good point too. There is a way, if you only know someone's like name per se, if you go on the directory and who's missing, you can search folks by name. So I'm gonna, this isn't showing up. Usually there would be a list. Let's see if it works. Okay, well now my internet is being slow. Let's see. Who's missing? I'm just going to type in the name Dave or David. Okay, well, maybe my internet is not working currently, but usually this would have a list of folks, again, because the platform pre-generates all UVM affiliates. So you can actually message individuals. Again, with the blind messaging system, you can actually email your constituents or old classmates or whomever if you don't have their contact information currently or right now, and send them a message like you were saying, encourage them to get on the platform. Hey, I was thinking about you, like, or whatever you want to say, wanted to reconnect, and this might be a great way. Hey, you have a business. This might be a great platform for you to market on. They just got a business directory. So it is possible to reach out to folks that you may know that you may not have contact information for, but this just doesn't want to work right now. Of course.
Looks like William asked in the chat, can we post internships in the job board?
Yes, you can. I should really just keep the UVM connecting.
Show us everything.
I know. Yeah, so I'm going to go on the job board quickly just to show employment types. So these are all the different job or career opportunities you could put on: full-time, part-time, internship, contract, temporary, volunteer, entry level. So yes, lots of different options that you can put. And I think that might be why folks don't know that those opportunities are on here, because it is called a job and jobs board. But that's something to definitely think about, revamping, promoting. But yes, all different options.
Awesome.
Anyone else have questions? Well, I'm going to put in the chat quickly as well. My email, again, I can be a resource if you do think of a question and you want to follow up on it or clarification. Oh, we do have one. Are all current UVM students required to be on the platform? No, it's not a requirement to be on the platform. However, this is something we're identifying to want to promote and amplify, and just figure out, how and why students may not be hearing about this. Or again, with these general trainings, part of my role is to help conduct these trainings and also implement them throughout the year so that students can understand and learn how to use the platform. Something we think about too is that there is the Handshake platform out right now through the Career Center. So really helping to distinguish what each one is about so that we can help navigate that with students. But it's not required, but we're definitely hoping to get those numbers up.
Yeah, some of you here are very familiar with the Student Alumni Association, previously Class Council. huge initiative there, with especially with our leaders, is pushing UVM Connect and having it be a resource before graduation, to, you know, hit the ground running with preparation for once they get out of school, connecting with alum. I mean, they use it now to reach out to alumni for events, but yeah, huge push on the SAA side as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other questions? All right. Well, I appreciate everyone and their patience as we had that little technical difficulty. Thank you for joining us tonight. Jess, you recorded this? Yes. Okay. So this can be available if folks need. Well, I'll leave it at that. Thank you, everyone, again. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully we'll connect soon.
Thanks, Kim.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.